It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from New Wharf Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their breakfast stout aged on bourbon chips, coming in at 7.5% ABV, brewed with 6 malts, 3 hops, and it's sure to hit the spot, as it says on the back of the label here. We got a black bottle cap. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. The beer was sent to me by New Wharf Brewing Company. They were kind enough to send me 4 different beers from their range, but they sent me 3 bottles of each. So last Saturday, if you watch my Erin's Pale Ale review, I went into this in more detail. I'll be very brief with this. We bought a Wii, an old Nintendo Wii. As a bit of a family games night we do on a Saturday night. It is indeed a Saturday night tonight. I'm about to go and play with my family on the Wii. I thought I'd grab a beer, do a quick beer review beforehand, and I drank the other 2 beers last week. And I gotta be honest, very rarely do I mention this in a beer review, but I've drunk the other 2 bottles of this beforehand. And I'm going into this beer review with a very good idea of what this beer is and how good it is. I just wanted to share a beforehand experience maybe of drinking the beer a few times without switching the brain on too much and standing in front of the camera and talking too much about it. I was in a relaxed state last week, and this beer just went down an absolute treat. So, with that said, let's break it down into a beer review. We got a 1 finger tan coloured head, jet black beer in the glass. Let's get the aroma. Them 6 malts really do come through strongly in the beer. I'm a big fan of coffee. I'm a big fan of stouts. I love the lactosey aromas and almost the milky chocolate aroma of the beer. For me, and this might prove slightly controversial, the aroma is as good as Founder's Breakfast Stout, which it's probably been based, this beer has probably been based on that beer, and I think they've done a great job with the aroma. It's slightly less synthetic than Founder's Breakfast Stout. I found Founder's Breakfast Stout very sweet in the aroma, very almost like smelling just complete milk chocolate, and I just thought, everybody raves about KBS. It's good. Personally, I don't find it a great beer. Maybe that's because America generally really likes sweet stuff. In terms of their palates, they like sweet stuff. So maybe that's the reason why everybody goes nuts for KBS when it gets released. But anyway, enough about Founder's KBS. We're talking about this beer, New Wharf's Breakfast Stout. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's absolutely tremendous. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. It's very consistent from the last 3 bottles I've had. Probably came from the same batch. It's got a lovely smoky back end. You get them bourbon chips coming through. You definitely do. There's a slight woodiness coming through. But it's balanced off. That slight whiskey, that slight woodiness, that slight bourbon chip. It's balanced off nicely with the roasted malts, the slightly bitter coffee espresso flavours coming through. But then there's a lovely level of sweetness there too. Not overly sweet. It's more of a subtle milk chocolate. That's balanced fantastically well with the roasted malt back end and the bourbon chips, which we just spoke about. There's a little bit of sweet caramel in there too. But then I want to talk about the mouthfeel. The carbonation's enough to slightly just, it's like feathery, not too heavy carbonation. Just a slight push around the inside of the mouth to release more of that flavour. But the mouthfeel is incredible. It's big, it's fat, it's thick, and it's bold. It's like engine oil. It's tremendous. The moment I knew last week, playing the Wii with my children, last beer of the night, playing bowling. We all played bowling on the Wii, didn't we? My kids are old enough to play it now, and we bought a second-hand Wii from the internet, and we're having a great time. We're loving it, loving it. Me and the wife, 2 kids, all playing bowling on a Saturday night. It's what life is, isn't it? It's what life's all about, yeah? But yeah, this was the last beer of the night last week, and I instantly then, I've got a ton of beer over there. Ton of beer. I instantly went, right, okay, I want to review this beer soon. It's really good. I want to show this to the world. It's kept its head quite well. Lovely lacing on the glass. Great carbonation. Let's rate it. .5% ABV. I can't fault it. I really can't fault it. I would seriously consider having that if I ran out of coffee. And if the wife went to work, say about 9 o'clock, and if I was to be hard pressed to have a breakfast beer, that would be the one. That there would be the one. You could get away with, you could enjoy that at breakfast. You really could. I like it enough to give it a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.